Who dog is that? Oh,
Welcome back to Kingdom Cast. This your host. Good luck, Chuck. We back at it, man. The brand new season is finally here. Last night kicked off. The Bills and Rams got their game out the way. The Bills, they did their thing, destroyed the Rams. But we'll talk about that game a little later. But let's get to our Chiefs, man. It's Red Friday. We got Red Fridays back. These games count for real this time. We're going up against the Arizona Cardinals. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share on your social media platforms. And let me introduce the panel here before we get into things. My guy Country's at the top right hand corner, and the bottom of the screen is my guy Boogie. All right, so fellas, man, how y'all doing, man? First Ray Friday of 2022.
I'm thirsty, man. I'm happy, man. I was excited to see some football yesterday, some real football, but it ain't nothing like the Chiefs, man. Nothing like on Sunday when I wake up at 5, 6 in the morning and just know the Chiefs go play. The time's finally coming.
Describe the level of thirst.
I'm at about an 8 out of 10. Tomorrow let's go pick up though. Let's go pick up tomorrow. Cause you got to start getting shit together for the game day. What you go eat for the Chiefs? You getting your pack. You go smoke for the Chiefs game. You getting prepared. So you start getting excited tomorrow for real, man.
I sure thought you was about to use an analogy, describe your level of thirst, but we'll take that out of 10 scale. Country, what's good, my guy?
Snake.
Dang, did he freeze up?
Snake.
My boy. Ah, that's terrible. Kyle, what's up, man? Yeah, man. He got the NFL Jam on. He got that NFL Jam shirt on, my guy.
Like that, man. It's Red Friday. We here, man.
Right. Shout out to good people at Homage, man. Oh, man. Yeah, I know, man. My boy froze, man. So we're gonna
come on, Jalen Ramsey. Where you at, man? Let's get
man, you tripping. Well, so hopefully he'll be back here soon, though, man. But let's get to the nitty gritty here, man. And if y'all hear a dog in the background, I certainly apologize, man. I'm over here at mom's crib right now recording. So, but anyway, let's get to the injury report, man. All right, so the Chiefs, everybody's a full go, man. It's just that the Yang's on pup and Blake Bell, he's on IR for right now. But everybody else is good to go. Frank Clark, he got over his little illness. It wasn't the typical issue with his guts. He came out and said that he had COVID, like leading up to the final preseason game, and he was having dehydration issues. So I guess he's having an issue, staying hydrated, according to his body. So he's back and he's ready to roll. Meantime,
hold on, I do want to say, shout out to Frank Clark. He beat them cases, man. I'm happy for him. Very happy for him, man. So
yeah, that's what's up. But yeah, man. I know, Kyle. It's rough. But Arizona, they got it rough right now. I know Rondell Moore, he's out for this game. He pulled a hammy on Thursday. That didn't look good. Zach Ertz, he's out. Their cornerback is currently out. Yeah, Trayvon Mullen. And then you got a couple of guys that are questionable. Marcus
White
Golden
didn't practice.
Yeah, JJ White didn't practice. Marcus Golden, he's questionable. But I'm seeing that JJ White hasn't practiced in like 3 weeks. So I don't think he's playing at all, just based on that. So it looked like Arizona got their work cut out for him as far as this game goes.
On top of, like we already mentioned, and everybody who watched football already know, D-Hop not playing too.
Yeah, that's the obvious one.
And offensive line banged up too.
Well, I personally don't think he's playing, Kyle, just by the looks of it. I mean, like when you don't practice, let's say you don't practice all week leading up to Thursday, I mean, it's more than likely that you're not going to play at all.
Hey, Chuck, but we will say there's always exceptions to those rules. Julio stopped practicing like 2 years ago anyway. He still play. He always a game time decision. So J.J. Watt is at the end of his career. If he really wanted to just play, maybe he'll just wing it. But, man, he beat up, man. If he go try to finish this year, he probably need to sit out right now.
Right. Look who's back. Country, you good, fam?
Yeah, I don't know.
Man, shoot. Hey, bro, like, how you doing this Red Friday, man? You look like you stressed, dog. like you're stressed. I know you got kids, bro, but you look stressed over there, man.
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm good. It's Red Friday, bro. I'm ready.
Mahomes, your quarterback, bro. You good?
Yes, sir. Speaking of this puppy, she just came down here. But anyway, man, let's go ahead and get to this matchup. All right, so we got two quarterbacks here. They both throw and they both scramble a bit. You know what I mean? Kyler Murray, he started out well last year. Unfortunately, when he got hurt and everything, that's when things kind of went downhill for Arizona. But even when he came back, Arizona, they couldn't really get things intact, but they also had a few key injuries too. Like we know JJ Watt ended up being out for the year. Roddy Hudson, he was a huge loss. What people don't know is that the center is the quarterback of the offensive line. And without having your star center out there, things can get rough because the center they point out, they know the blitzes, they point out the fronts and everything. So losing Rodney Hudson for that period of time was a huge loss for Arizona. They still got in the playoffs, but you know, they got smacked up by the
I was gonna say
Rams.
they didn't. I don't think they pulled up though. They got invited. They didn't play though.
Right.
You turn your mic up a little bit.
Yeah.
But
All right. So but yeah, I see that order over in the 4.5 hours. Man, listen. I think Kyler's been in this playbook, man. I'm not gonna do Kyler like that, bro. So
I don't like Kyler, bro. I ain't gonna even lie to you. He's
okay.
not. He's not the quarterback. I don't know. He's just not. He's not what everybody say he is to me.
Okay, so what don't you like about him? Like elaborate on that a little bit.
He's too little. He don't study the game enough, and I've never seen him on a big stage like do anything on a big stage yet.
Well, yeah, I mean, he just last year he just now getting to the playoffs, but yeah, it looked bad. You know what I mean? So I can understand, but I think Kyler's good. But like you said, his height affects him in some areas of the field. Because I mean, the game plan for me this week with the Chiefs is I would make him throw passes over the middle because that's when he has a rough time. Because like he has to anticipate passes going over the middle. And it's like a wild card. Like some of the passes getting picked off. I think that's where most of his turnovers come from. Just watching him play when he tries to throw over the middle.
Yeah, I want to keep him in that pocket all game. I don't want him getting outside the pocket making throws. I want him to sit in the pocket, not be able to scramble and throw it. I think if we do that, we good. Of course, we got to stop the run though. But
Yeah, James Conner had a effective year last year. He got in the end zone quite often. He was one of the lead leaders in scoring touchdowns. So that's one guy to look out for.
wonder if they'll use Darrell Williams against us too.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see if they're gonna incorporate him in the game plan or how they're gonna incorporate him in the game plan.
But I've seen that. I think they only have what 4 active receivers.
Yeah, because Rondell Moore. I forgot to mention Rondell Moore. I don't know if I mentioned him or not. I think I did. But yeah, Rondell Moore is out. So it's Marquise Brown. Um, let's see who else. Wesley.
Green.
Yeah, AJ Green.
Isabella.
Yeah, Andy Isabella. So yeah,
It ain't enough. That's
right.
how about that? Let's cut it short. It ain't enough. It
Yeah,
ain't enough. It's not
right.
enough. Like the more injuries came out, the more I feel like we should just dominate this game. Is they missing too much, and Kyler Murray's not the guy that's gonna throw for 450 yards and had his miracle performance to bring him out of the fire. I just don't see it.
Yeah,
If they had D Hop, I think he could. I think they would have a chance, a legit chance.
Yeah,
But
they don't have D Hop though, so
I just don't think their offense gonna be able to keep up with 4 receivers. You saying Marquise Brown and AJ Green is gonna have to go off? I like our chances for real.
yeah, same here, man. Because I think the only issue that we may have is we might let whoever playing tight end, he might get some catches here and there, but and honestly, I think the defense will be just fine. Just seeing the amount of injuries that Arizona has. AJ Green, we know he been past his prime for a minute. Marquise Brown, he just now returning to play with Kyler.
Yeah, he's just not getting a good quarterback.
Anyway, but yeah,
Oh God.
and then like on on the defensive side of the ball for Arizona, I saw it last year. They one of the teams that defended the tight end decently, but when I look at it on film, man, just based on preseason, I'm not putting too much stock in the preseason, but it just looked like they have a rough time defending the tight end. So I feel like Travis Kelce and Jody Fortson can get theirs against this defense. I don't think their linebackers can match up with them.
Did you put Baker on Kelce?
Oh yeah, of course they are. But I just feel like Kelce, his size, and I think he has the ability to position himself and get in front of Baker with some of his catches.
I mean, but then what? You put Booter on Kelce, but then what? What else can they do? Who else back there? You leaving everybody else open. Okay, Travis ain't gonna have a great game, but Jody, Noah, Juju, name whoever, like they just ain't got enough, bro. Not with all these injuries, bro. They don't have enough offense to keep up, and then they don't have enough defense to stop us. So, I mean, I don't want to be like extra cocky, but I mean, these just facts. What else do they have?
I mean, they do got a nice corner in Byron Murphy Jr. I mean, I like him. Isaiah Simmons, I mean, he's on the come up, but I just don't think he's ready for this type of matchup. I know Hefe said that he can run with Kelce, but I don't know, man. Like he can, but football's all about angles, and I don't think Isaiah can run with him when Kelce runs certain routes. That's just me personally.
I mean, Kelce's still Kelce at the end of the day. What's stopping Kelce though? 5 catches, 55 yards.
Right. Yeah, Kylie will be back for the post game show, Zulu. So
yeah, Kylie working on her wedding.
Yeah, she kind of busy. She's kind of busy at the moment.
Stop flirting with Kylie, bro. It ain't gonna happen.
that's done with, man.
You beating a dead horse, homie. No disrespect.
Yeah, she locked down.
And
bro.
I say that respectively. Yeah, respectfully. Yeah.
Right.
Shout out to my boy Two-Tone. Man, if we both had our full complement of weapons, I would be much more enthused about this game. But when that injury report came down, that knocked me down like two notches, bro. I'm not looking forward to San Diego or the Chargers, but I kind of am looking ahead, bro. And that's dangerous, and that's not the right mentality. We gonna come to play, but it took a little bit out of it when that injury report came out that everybody was out.
Oh boy, Hefe. But yeah,
it's still Kyler Murray though. When you pay Kyler Murray that money this offseason, these are the type of games you still should be trying to win. He should be expected to win at home, even without Hopkins. He should be squeaking that out at home.
Look, man, I'm not looking past any team, bro. In the NFL, it's the NFL, man. It's the reason why these guys are at this level. Like, we seen a game where we just saw last year in week 1, like when the Niners went up against the Lions. The Niners was up by like 30 plus on Detroit. Detroit came back and made it interesting at the end. They didn't pull off the win, but they came back and covered the spread. Like nobody saw that one coming. Like these grown men. Yeah, these first weeks be wild, man. So I'm not overlooking Arizona. Like we can win, we're gonna win the game, but we're not just gonna be like, I don't think it's gonna be like a blowout. You know what I mean? I think we'll be up double digits late in the fourth quarter, but then they'll sneak it through the back door, just make the score close just cause.
I like that.
Yeah.
We just need them to cover though, right?
Yeah, but me personally,
Okay.
I'm staying away from it personally. I just think it's a little high. I know it was at 6. It was at -6 last time I checked. I just think that's a little too dangerous. Because, like, look, these national televised games with Romo and Nance and Wolfson on the side doing the sideline reporting, like, those games always got some type of suspense to it, like 90% of the time, bro. Just because it's nationally televised.
Well,
Man, it's just the same conversation we had with
Yeah.
Dak Prescott,
Caleb.
bro. We don't never win the big games. What? When did Caleb turn into Boogie? Because he the devil's advocate all of a sudden on every post.
It is
And
true.
yeah, if we
That's why
didn't
we can't look.
fumble in the
We
red
can't look
zone, we
past.
would have beat Baltimore. What are you talking about, Caleb?
Caleb, we can't look past the Cardinals. We got to beat them. I'm not worried about the Chargers right now.
Yeah, dog. Like,
We worried about the Cardinals.
if Clyde doesn't fumble the ball, we beat Baltimore. You know, it just happened.
Shit
So,
happens.
right, it's the NFL for you, man. So, like, I want to ask y'all about the offensive side of the ball. Like, what would be y'all game plan as far as attacking this Arizona defense?
I'm
Do what
trying
we
to attack
do.
that secondary, man. We just were talking about how injured the secondary is. They starting corners.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to attack them. Get Juju isolated. We already said we think Buddha is gonna be trying to get on Kelsey. If I'm the Cardinals going into it, I'm double teaming Kelsey and I'm letting somebody else beat me. So if I'm the Chiefs, I'm getting Juju. I'm feeding him that ball early. And I want to run the ball because I think they D line banged up and we got one of the best O lines in the league. So that's always what we should do.
He gonna make. Why I gotta shut up? Because you made the dumb point. That's on you, bro? That ain't got nothing to do with me. Now you mad at me.
Yeah. So, like,
The audacity of you, Caleb.
yeah. So, like, I know Arizona. They run a 3-4 defense, 4 backers, 3 DNs. So, like, they definitely gonna. I think they're definitely gonna keep an eye on Kelsey. You know, try to double him and stuff. But our receivers, we should be able to win our matchups 1-on-1. Like you mentioned, Boogie. I think this is a great matchup for Juju. Honestly, to win his matchup, I think he'll have a decent day, in my opinion. But I'm interested to see how often this team gonna run the ball. Like, I feel like this is a matchup where, like, you seeing that JJ Watt and Marcus Golden, they're most likely not gonna play. I feel like our interior offensive line got a huge opportunity to dominate up front, and that's gonna give Clyde and guys like whether it's Pacheco, McKinnon, or Ronald Jones. I don't know how that's gonna go. It'll give those guys opportunities to get at least 4 or 5 yards a pop, man. Keep the chains moving. Listen, everybody's eager, Hefe. Everybody's eager to see Pacheco out there, man.
I can't wait to see. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that, man.
Yep. Speaking of guys going over the top, did you guys see MVS's tweet? Because MVS, he quote tweeted a stat saying that he's been leading the NFL in 70+ yard TDs since 2019. So he quote tweeted and said, "See you Sunday," and put the Kings crowd next to it.
Mm.
So I want to see it, MVS. I want to see it. I see you talking, bro. So I want to see you make a big play out there, man. This your chance.
I would love.
You want to see it? Boogie, the one don't like him. He want to see it more than anybody.
If he do it, I'm gonna be the first one here, happy to see it. I hope. I hope, man.
Yep. So
do what we, man. Get up and then force him to be one dimensional. Force Kyler Murray to beat you with his arms. With his arm. That's the goal. Get up enough, force him to beat you with his arm. Because I don't think he could do it, bro. I think we had the same argument last year before we played Dallas about Dak Prescott. He don't show up for big games. He's never done anything. He's done things, but he's never done it on the biggest stage. When you play the Chiefs, that's a big stage, bro. Like, every game is going to be a big stage. And if you can't perform on the big stage, then you know.
Let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all think the Chiefs this game will utilize spreading the ball out? I mean, spreading the formation out more, or you think they go use bigger formations,
I feel like
space
this.
Bro,
formation?
Go ahead, country. I'll let you get it first.
I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
be honest. The way Arizona looking right now, and they so limited, they so hurt. I wouldn't pull out. I wouldn't pull out no tricks. Save them for next week. I think we can beat them straight up. I wouldn't pull out no tricks.
I mean, I'm kind of with that. I mean, you maybe just throwing like one trick play and that'll be it. But like, I think this is a game where it feels like we can dictate the pace. We can dictate the pace. 'Cause I feel like I feel like on both sides of the ball offensively, I feel like both teams are gonna play a little up tempo, and I think we get to a point where it could be kind of like a track meet in a sense in the beginning, but at the end of the day, in the fourth quarter, we eventually going to control the game and get those key stops or key turnovers. Because right now, I can see. Here's my bold prediction. Since D-Man Howard put out the Patrick Mahomes one, which that one, it's possible. I think Patrick could throw 5 touchdowns on Arizona. But I think Nate Bolton gets an interception this game, just based on what I said earlier about Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray, I think you just I've said it early in the show. You just make him try to make throws in the middle of the field, and he's gonna get burnt eventually. So
Uh, I don't know. I'm looking forward to the young boys though. I want to see what George. This is the game. I'm looking forward to live round action for Joshua Williams, for McDuffie, for Leo, for George, for all those rookies that we got. I want to see how they look when the bullets is really firing.
yeah,
I think this one of the games our D line should have a good game. I'm not gonna say dominate, but I think our D line should have a lot of success this game against the Cardinals. This one of them games I think they can get a couple sacks and we look back on it and say, remember early in the season they got going against Kyler Murray.
yeah, and like hey, it's not bad, Kayla. It's not a bad ball prediction. And like,
Who said
yeah, Jones said two. He said Jones with 2 sacks and Karlaftis with a sack.
I'll
So
take
like,
that.
I know. I mean, many people throughout Chiefs Kingdom, whether it's through podcasts or on Twitter, they've brought up Carlos Dunlap and his dominant performance against the Arizona Cardinals last year. So like, I'm sure he's giving the guys some intel as far as like how to beat the tackles. Whether it's bending to the outside or whether it's swim moves. Whatever you want to call it, as far as like winning their matchups. And I think we got the defensive ends to win the matchups on Sunday.
Yeah, hopefully Carl don't lose containment. We don't want him losing containment out there. I want to see that. That's something I want to pay attention to. Will he lose containment and let Kyler Murray break out big runs? Or if he keep him in that pocket and hopefully get some strip sacks or some pressures.
Yeah. And when we do, man, when we do get those pressures, that's when the turnovers going to come. So I think honestly, I think we can get 2 or 3 turnovers off Arizona, and then we're gonna take advantage of that just because like our offense is just that good. And and here's an amazing stat from last year regarding our offense. When we got the ball first in the second half, we scored 95% of the time.
Damn.
That's incredible.
Yeah, that is.
And I think we can be around that, you know what I mean? Even with the new group of receivers for the most part. See, McDuffie gets his first pick on Sunday.
That's that deferring and getting the ball back like 2 minutes before the half and scoring and then coming back, getting the ball in the second half and scoring again. Like double, like just really putting pressure on you, at least to go up at least 10 or to go up 14 or something. Like that's pressure. Like you go into the half, we just scored, so now we up 7. We get the ball back. We get to apply more pressure, go put 7 more. That's 14. That's a big swing. You know what I'm saying? Before you even touch the ball again, you down 14 points. That's that's hard to come back from.
Yeah, and to answer your question, Caleb, I think Gay is going to be a guy to, spy on Murray just in case Kyler does try to get outside the pocket, whether it's on a run for yardage or to try to make a throw outside the pocket. So I think they will use Gay in that aspect. Let's see who getting the first TD of the season. I mean,
Michael Burton.
Hey, I'm with it,
bro.
I'm with it.
I'm sticking to it.
Mm-hmm. What you got, Bud?
That Burton was good. I'm gonna go with Clyde. I think Clyde will get the first touchdown.
Okay. So for me, man, you know what? I've been tough on MVS. I'm gonna buy a little stock. I'm gonna say he gets the first touchdown. I'm like, all right, MVS. I see you talking. I see your confidence. Don't make us look bad, bro. I'm buying stock in you this week. So
I need Clyde to have 65 yards rushing every game.
And he can get against this Arizona defense, man, because
that's sad, man. That's sad as fuck, man.
That's all it takes to get 1,000 yards. That's all I'm saying. Don't start your hate campaign, bro. I'm just saying I want him to average 65 yards a game so he can get 1,000 yards. That's it.
Asking your running back that you drafted in the first round to average 60 yards, man, that's sad, man. That's fuck, man.
Oh Lord, here we go.
Yeah, all kinds of different answers here.
I'll take Scott.
Yeah, Scott is going to be an intricate part of this game.
Why y'all think Sky's going?
He is, bro. He's gonna.
Sky's not. This is not going to be the coming out Sky game.
No, I'm aware of that. I'm aware of that, but he can score in this ball game, even his limited amount of snaps. They can scheme him up to score in this game.
Country don't think Sky's gonna play no snaps this game, huh?
I didn't say no snaps, but it's gonna be limited snaps.
Like what's limited to you?
15 to 20.
Oh shit, that's cool.
He can score. He can score within those 20 snaps.
Shit, that's pretty cool.
I'm just saying, like people's expectations for Pacheco, whatever his name is, and Scott, it's just like way up here, and it's like
I'm not saying that with Scott Moore. I'm not saying people expectations.
I'm not saying just. I'm speaking in general though.
I know y'all been saying a lot of that.
You said what?
I haven't from Twitter or whatever. I'm not seeing a lot of Scott is about to just blow up like that. I'm not seeing that. Pacheco, I can see that.
Man,
hey man, listen. We'll see how this plays out with Clyde, man.
Bro. The hate for Clyde is just it's like even worse than the hate for McCole that he didn't deserve.
McCole
like Clyde get all this extra hate, bro. I don't get it.
At this point in their careers, who been a better player, McCole or Clyde?
Ask the fans. Because McCole was terrible last year, according to the fans. So what's the difference?
No, but I'm saying throughout their careers, who has had the better career between them two?
I'm just going to say this, man. McCole, he's increased his production every year when you look at the stats or whatever. Now,
and when we watching it, I test too.
Yeah.
Not just stats. I test.
Yeah. I mean, I test, you see some improvements here and there. You know what I mean? You can still run better routes.
But who cares when all fans say he's a bust and I'd rather have DK Metcalf? You just said he's improved every year. He's gotten better every year. And then all you get online is he's not DK Metcalf. He's not Terry. He's not this. He's not that. They don't celebrate that he's gotten better every year. I
we're
respect
not planning on
Hefe's
signing
honesty
him.
more than that.
Sporting Voice is back. What's up?
McCole has been justified. I agree. Fuck, y'all got me agreeing with him, man. Come on, man.
See, it's gonna be the same result anyway.
No, if McCole get 1,000 yards.
He's not gonna win no popularity contest in the Chiefs.
No, I'm
Kingdom,
not even going. I'm just asking who at this point in their careers do y'all think has had a better career? I want to know what y'all think.
I already said my answer, so it is what it is at this point.
I'm just stressed out with the hatred, bro. It's just I don't get it.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens, bro.
Kyle, who's had a better career so far? McCole?
We're not about to do the McCole versus. We can do the who you hate the least in the Chiefs Kingdom. McCole or Clyde or Frank. I heard people hating Frank all week, and then come to find out the boy got COVID.
Yeah,
it's just like so quick to go.
Bro. Chill, man.
It's just so quick to go. I hate this guy.
I think
instead of finding out what's going on between, like it's ridiculous to me.
Yeah, Paul, I agree, man. Like it seemed like McCole's starting to win the fan base a little bit again.
Agree. Like if McCole get 1,000 yards this year, he definitely won't be on that list.
Listen, I already said I think he can do it. I've already gone on record about prediction show. I say he can do it. So me and Country agree with that.
I see people say McCole gonna get 1,000 yards and he gonna get money on the other team because we're not keeping him. I don't know. It's like I live in this world where I see all this stuff and don't nobody see it but me. I be confused.
Man, I don't understand why y'all say hating. What is hating? If they're not performing, you just critiquing what you see, man. It ain't why I gotta be hate.
Because it's more than just what are you doing. Never mind, forget it. Bro, don't worry about it. I think we're gonna beat Arizona handily. I don't think it's gonna be a contest because I think they shorthanded, unfortunately. And I think that we got a lot to prove this year. So unfortunately, they got to be the first victim.
Yeah, and like Arizona, man, I mean, they've been a team known to start out fast in the past, but I just feel like in this situation, they got too much to overcome with these injuries. Now, all these guys are professionals. Could some of these guys step up? Yeah, they can, but I think in this matchup, I just think the Chiefs got more advantages.
No, they're not going to lay down. They're going to come to play.
Right.
It's not going to be a cakewalk. I'm just saying that they don't have enough horses. Like, they only got enough gas for, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, that is true, Kyle.
I've never wanted to, like, block the comments, but today I could go without the comments today. It's all good. Because this is the part that I hate. People will get on a player over and over and over again, and then they'll do something, and then they'll act like they loved them the whole time, and you was wrong for criticizing them in the first place. I've seen it happen over and over again. It's just ridiculous to me. I don't get how people fan anymore. I don't know. I'm getting old though too, so that might be it too.
You've been there. You said getting there. You've been there.
Country said, "Whatever it is, what it is, man."
Hey, you're only as old as you feel, homie.
Right. So let's go ahead and talk about last night's game with the Bills and Rams.
What is K-1 sauce?
Well, Kyler Murray calls himself K-1, so it just made sense to me. So, and plus that's one of my fantasy football names. I think that's my fantasy football name in our league. So Kyler is my quarterback. So, but anyway, man, let's go ahead and talk about last night's game with the Bills and Rams, man. I know Boogie was very pleased with what he saw with Josh Allen. Josh Allen, he balled out, man. He was very elite. He made all the throws. I think he only made one big mistake to me out of those two interceptions because the first interception, McKenzie just got the ball taken from him. He just went all soft with it. Second interception, I felt like he was a little late with it. Then when I looked at it again, Crowder played a part in it. Could have played a part in it too because it looked like Crowder kind of slowed down on the route too. But other than that, man, you saw Josh Allen with a highlight play. He stiff armed the defender in the open field. And like the Rams, man, the Rams defense, they just made it too easy for him last night. Like in the beginning of the game, they was playing a soft zone, man. Like that's too easy for Stephon Diggs. Diggs was finding a hole in that zone every time, man. Like whether it's a slant route, whether it's a little short comeback route, and then like it was a great play call on I think it was like 31 or 4th and 1. They had Gabe Davis and like he was blocking in the run game and he went out for the route. So it was like a delayed route. And he's wide open because he made Jalen Ramsey guess because like when Josh Allen bootlegged to the right, Jalen Ramsey figured that Josh was going to run, and Jalen Ramsey let Gabe Davis break it loose open for the touchdown. So, and speaking of Jalen Ramsey, it was rough. It was a rough night for him. So I mean, what was your guys' thoughts on the game last night?
Were the Bills really that good, or were the Rams bad? Just plain bad. I think it was a bit of both. The Bills are good. The Rams, they play bad. That O line is trash. That defense might not be what it once was either. Bills look like the second best team in the AFC. Bengals look like the fifth. I mean, but things happen. But if you turn over the ball 4 times, you shouldn't win that game. It should be closer than that. You got to take advantage of those mistakes. And the Rams didn't take advantage of any of those mistakes and made more. So that was a good test for the Bills. They on hitting on all cylinders, and let's see them keep it up. But we've seen this before. We've seen them beat a good team and then go drop one to a sorry team. We've seen it before. So it's something to keep an eye on. Do you think, and I think this is, I never really thought about it until last night. I was listening on the radio to Sirius XM and whatever. Kevin Harlan, I don't know who does it with him, but they were mentioning that. Do you think he runs? Is he starting to run a little bit too much?
I mean, he did have 10 carries for like 57 yards and a touchdown last night. I mean, personally, I wouldn't want my quarterback running like that, but he's built different. Like he's big for his size, and the way he's built to take on those hits. Now, throughout the course of the year, do you want him doing that every game? No, of course not. You don't want your quarterback doing that every game. But I think he's built to absorb those kind of hits.
But this is what I'm saying. He's a bigger guy, so don't you think they hit him harder? You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna try to tackle you by your legs. I'm gonna hit you, Josh Allen, because you're 230 pounds or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, do you think I think he's starting to run a little bit too much, like design runs. I'm not talking about the pocket collapsing and your man's was covered, so you got to run. That happens. But I'm talking about the designed quarterback sneak, quarterback power runs. Like that, I think he's doing a little too much.
What's your thoughts, Bug?
Nah, he not doing too much. I don't think. I think him, Kyler Murray, them guys, Lamar a little bit too. Not necessarily Lamar, but what make them great is they can throw and they can run. Like you can't just have them only doing one thing. That's kind of defeating the purpose of what makes them so great. So I think he, like you said, some games he might run 10, but it might be 4 times next game. I don't think you're doing 10 attempts every game. It's just situations matter. I think they did a pretty good job of doing it. He big. Yeah, Cam Newton did wear down, but he younger. I mean, he in good shape right now. There don't have to be a long-term thing where you just running them 10, 15 times a game. I think he'll be all right. But I do think Buffalo, yesterday, I think Buffalo looked great. They showed why they probably the best team in the AFC. Defense looked great. That D-line looked crazy. I know a lot of people were saying Von Miller was done in the summer. He still looked like Von. Greg Rose over there looking good, man. A rookie from last year from the U. He looked good, getting pressure. I do think it was the Rams O-line looked horrible too. So yeah, I give you that. But I think Buffalo looked good on defense. I think Josh Allen and Diggs looked explosive. I think they are who we think they are for now, but we'll see.
You think Von Miller's gonna look like that week 11?
If he healthy, Von go look like that. I think so. Yeah.
I think so too, man. People was writing Von off, man, and here's what I gotta tell people, and this is my only criticism with Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald, he played a decent game last night, but there's one problem that I have with Aaron Donald. You can run on Aaron Donald if he doesn't have another stud defensive end or defensive tackle playing alongside him. Because last year when Von Miller was there, it allowed Aaron Donald to step up his game. So all the attention wasn't on Aaron Donald every play, even though he is the main guy on the defense line. Von Miller, he's a future first ballot Hall of Famer when it's all said and done. Like, he's the best pass rusher of this past decade. You know what I mean? And last night it showed. Like, Aaron Donald, yes, he was good, pass rushing, you know what I mean? But on some of those runs the Bills had against him, like, Aaron Donald, he was engaged in blocks, man. He couldn't disengage from blocks. Like, he was easy to run on. You know what I mean? And Von Miller, he did a good job rushing the passer and playing the run.
Von Miller was great, man. I wasn't understanding why people were saying he was overpaid and all that. Von Miller, like you said, is a Hall of Famer. He one of the best ever. Like, I wish we could have got him.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, man.
Yep, I'm with you.
So, I
agree with that too, Gabe.
And like you mentioned, Bug, the Bills' defensive line is deep, bro.
You said, what's that?
I don't know what country was laughing at. I guess that Gabe Davis comment. But
I think Gabe Davis might be a Pro Bowler, man. Stop it.
I ain't gonna go that far, but he's gonna be good in that offense.
He's solid, bro. He's solid.
Yeah,
I can see him getting 1K.
Yeah, he can. He definitely can. But the Bills, but like you mentioned earlier, Bug, the Bills' defensive line is tough. Like, they physical, they deep. You can rotate those guys in and out. So I think Von Miller, he's gonna be fresh for the stretch run, and you know how he do during the stretch runs, especially when the team is in contention.
Yep.
So you think they better than last year?
Absolutely.
Dramatically better, or they just better?
They better on both sides, I think.
I'm gonna give it a few weeks because, like you mentioned, Country, last year they did play down to their competition against the teams that weren't playoff contenders or the teams that was just playing for draft picks. So I'm gonna give it a few weeks. But last night they did look good. My other issue I have is that I'm not gonna say they look great because both teams had a rough time taking care of the football last night. Like, there's all kinds of interceptions, all kinds of fumbles. So
yeah, Chuck. But the only reason I say they did look good is because if you going off what you said, that first pick really wasn't Josh Allen's fault. The second one, I agree with you, was his fault. But if you take away that pick, what was he, 10 for 10?
Oh, you talking about on that drive?
Yeah, just period. He was like 10 for 10 before that pick. Like, he was doing what he wanted to do.
Right.
They was methodical going down the field. They was doing whatever they wanted to do. Then they just was turning the ball over. So they looked good, but it's week 1.
Yep. And he only missed 4 passes throughout the entire game.
Yep.
So one of them wasn't his fault, like you said. So
Josh Allen definitely proved that he is a top 5 quarterback. He's still that, but we're gonna see, man. It's week 1.
Yep. And like here's another thing with the Rams too, man. Somebody mentioned their offensive line. I think D-Man Howard mentioned their offensive line. Their offensive line is terrible. Like
Yeah.
they hurting without Andrew Whitworth. Whitworth retirement, that put a damper on the offensive line because, like you mentioned, Von Miller had his day. And even when they tried to run the ball, I feel like some of the running plays they called was remedial. Like you gotta run some counters and traps with Henderson and Akers.
Yeah. I don't know, Chuck. That offensive line like that all year, it's gonna be rough.
Yeah,
It's
I
Why
gonna
they
agree,
be
didn't
man.
rough.
use why they didn't use Allen Robinson either?
Man, I think it's a chemistry issue right now because you gotta remember the Rams starters didn't play in the preseason. Sean McVay, that's been his thing. He doesn't play his starters in preseason. And Allen Robinson, it's a new system and everything. He ain't played a full game with Matthew Stafford yet.
Hey,
But
country. Oh, go ahead, Chuck. My fault.
but when you look at the all 22 or just look at the replay of the game, Allen Robinson was getting open for the most part. You know, Stafford just wasn't comfortable looking for him because Stafford, he was locking in on Cup for the most part in that game last night.
That's what I was about to say. If you just went to the Super Bowl and this dude then broke the all-time receiving records and all that, if I'm down and I got a new receiver, I know I'm going to him. I know what he's gonna do. You get down early like that, you can't really force it to Allen Robinson because y'all don't got that chemistry. So I think he'll be all right. If that
Yeah,
O line,
Hey, they
O
got the
line gonna
Falcons
be
next week.
yesterday.
They got plenty of time to build some chemistry in that game.
Atlanta, right?
yeah,
Yeah. Who does Buffalo play next week? Tennessee?
that's a great question. I ain't
Hold
looked at
on,
their schedule.
hold on.
I
I
can
got you.
pull it
I
up
got you.
real
Hold on.
quick. But
Because I
Buffalo,
want to see the height of playing the Super Bowl champs. It's gonna come down a little bit. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
Titans.
they play the Titans
The
on Monday
Titans.
night.
All right, now I want to see if they can maintain that energy and that level. You know, because it's gonna come when you playing the champions on ring night. Of course, you on 10. You feel me? It's it is and it's early too, so you on 10. You on 12 for real. It's gonna come down a little bit next week, and they are playing Derrick Henry now later in the season. Derrick Henry versus week 2. Derrick Henry is a different person. Like so, you got to come ready to hit him all day because Tannehill ain't got who
Yeah.
Tannehill gonna throw it to now. Like you know what
Robert
I'm saying? So,
Woods.
Yeah, Robert Woods. I mean, that's the number one target now. So
yeah, Robin Woods ain't AJ Brown, bro.
nah, he ain't.
That ain't the same. But I mean that's gonna be a good game too, though. So it's gonna be some good games. What other games are you looking forward to watching this weekend besides the Chiefs? I know Raiders versus Chargers. That got to be the top one. Who else you looking forward to seeing this weekend besides?
Yeah, I think Minnesota and Green Bay. That's gonna be a good one.
Cowboys, Bucks.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah,
see. I want to see how Tom Brady looks with all this. Tom Brady ain't never had nothing like this going on. I want to see how he the goat. You know what I'm saying? We got to give it to him.
Yeah,
I
he
want
the
to see
goat,
how
man. He
he
got
fight.
baby mama drama, man.
I know he's never had the adversity that he's had. He's never had off the field adversity, ruining, touching on the field. So I want to see how he looked in that situation. And the Bucks have suffered a lot of injuries on that O line, so I want to see how he puts that together.
yep. So yeah, those probably the main games for me.
You
But
said
I
who else? Green Bay and
Green Bay, Minnesota. Yeah, because I
oh, okay,
seen that.
yeah, that's always a good one. That's always a
Yeah,
good one.
I seen Aaron
Um,
Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers won't have Alan Lazard for that game, so he gonna have to adjust. And I think he gonna target the heck out of Randall Cobb because Randall Cobb been in the system longer than everybody else.
Yep.
So
Any rookies or any players you looking to see how they? I want to keep an eye on Trevor Lawrence for some reason. I want to see how he develops. I think it's some talent there. I just want to see how it comes out. You know what I'm saying? With Peterson, right? He got Doug Peterson right now. So
Yeah.
I want to see how that look. Okay, so I will keep it. I will glance at the Bengals too. I know Sporting Voice is probably gonna have a heart attack when I say that, but keep an eye on them.
I
See,
mean, that would be nice. Yeah, we came right on time with it.
I don't know if the Steelers will win. I want to see the Steelers. Steelers fans gonna be rooting for their quarterback to take over, bro. How long you think that's gonna last?
I give it about, let's say, I think if Mitch don't come out on fire within the first 6 weeks, I could see Kenny Pickett getting thrown in there week 7.
Okay, so here's another question. Who's on quarterback watch right now? I will put Tua.
Mm-hmm.
I will put Trubisky. I will put Tannehill. Who else will be
Mariota.
on
I
quarterback
think
watch?
Mariota too, because Desmond Ritter balled out in the preseason for Atlanta.
You think Mariota on? Okay. All right. I'll add Mariota on there too. It's going to be hot for them. You got to perform, especially Tua, because Tyreek didn't do him no favors by putting all that attention on him, bro. So he's going to have to fight through that too.
I don't think Tua's hot seat is right now. I think he cool. Tua's good until the end of the year, especially now with Lamar not getting signed. I think they gonna go all in on Lamar regardless.
Boogie, if they start losing 2 or 3 in a row, I think that heat will turn up real fast, real quick.
It's a possibility. It's a possibility. It
On
can.
all of them, not just specifically Tua. On all them quarterbacks we named, if you drop 2, 3 straight, it's hot. It's hot. It's hot. Don't touch that. It's hot.
And my thing is this: Tua got all the weapons at his disposal to be successful. You got 2 of the fastest receivers in the league. You got a decent tight end. Cedric Wilson. People sleeping on Cedric Wilson because Cedric Wilson, he stepped up for the Cowboys whenever one of their receivers went down. And then
That's
you got
why I think the heat
Edmonds
is
and
on,
Mostert.
bro. That's why I think the heat is on because he got weapons. Out of all those quarterbacks, he probably got the best weapons out of all those quarterbacks. Oh, Geno Smith is a good one too.
Tua good for the first half of the season, bro. They're not benching him the first half of the season.
All right, like I said, it's something to watch. Geno and Drew Lock. I don't know what's going on there. That's a battle of the next quarterback for real, like because they looking for the next guy. Like,
listen, they getting C.J. Stroud or Bryce Young next year.
Look, I'm starting Geno, and then when I know it's secure, we go get that first round pick. I'm putting Lock in to secure it.
Just to solidify it.
Yeah, you keep that in the back burner, man. Like, all right, we know we can get the first round pick. Let's put Lock in. We good.
Yeah, Drew Lock he's not it, bro.
Yeah, listen, man. I've told people, I said this for the beginning with Drew Lock, man. Even at Mizzou, dog. I'm like, Drew Lock, he's not it, bro. He's just not it. All he got is a big arm. His accuracy is erratic, and when you get pressure in his face, he folds. And you've been seeing it throughout his career, so it's not going to change anything if he does get in there for Seattle at some point, if Geno is not holding up his end of the deal. So,
hey, speaking of college football, Florida State and LSU, that was the game of the week, right? That game was so lit, bro. Like them last 2 minutes was like, man, what? That was a roller coaster, bro.
Yeah,
I had texted my homeboys like, yeah, Florida State 2-0, and my man fumbled right when I hit sin, he fumbled on the goal. I was like, oh my God. Then they drove 99 yards, scored the touchdown, and then he blocked the kick, bro. Like that that last 2 minutes of that Florida LSU game, bro, it was lit, bro. For real. I ain't seen a good game like that in a while. Like Buffalo, Kansas City in the wild card last year. So,
The
but
divisional
that back
game.
and forth in last 90 seconds or whatever, man, I was on the edge of my seat.
I'll say this, man. It was entertaining at the end, but I have never seen so much stupidity in a college football game in a long time. I'll just say that about the Florida State LSU. It was all
Hey,
kinds of dumb stuff going on in that game.
stupidity make great games sometimes, man. It can't be perfect.
I get it.
Every once in a while, the coach in Denver is gonna try the longest field goal of all time, so Alex Smith can drive us back down and win the game after Santos hit it off the thing.
Yeah, the crossbar. Yep. Yeah, that's crazy.
I stuttered all through that, but y'all know what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
No,
Yep.
it wasn't a great game. No, the last 2 minutes, bro. No, the Buffalo Kansas City game wasn't tremendous all the way through. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was cool. Then it heated up them that last quarter. Especially that was a great quarter. It wasn't the greatest game of all time.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say that, but like if you're a defensive guy, you pulling your hair out watching that game. But that fourth
I
quarter
still,
was amazing in overtime.
I still think that Rams Chiefs game was a better game than that, and we
Everybody's still
lost
talking
that
about
game.
that. Everybody's still talking about that game to this day.
Man, that game was amazing, bro. That game was amazing.
That game had everything. Both sides of the ball made plays, literally for
That's
both
when
teams.
I believed in Pat already. We had already believed in Pat, but that was the day that they call him the Grim Reaper. That was the first time we seen that guy because he refused to die. He absolutely refused to die that game and kept coming back. Aaron Donald sacked him, fumble, touchdown. He kept coming back, like, bro. And Orlando Scandrick, you bum,
Golly.
cost us the game.
Yeah, and that's what's amazing about that was amazing. That's what was amazing about Patrick in that game because he had 3 picks, 2 fumbles, but he came back through 6 touchdowns and kept fighting all the way to the end.
And
Like you
he
mentioned,
threw for what, 500, 560, something like that?
I can't remember, but I I,
I
I,
can't
I
remember.
I don't think he's ever thrown for 500 yards, but I want to say that was his career high in that game. I think he threw for like 489. I want to say in that game.
So I say all that to bring it back to, do you think we're gonna see more of that guy this year?
I don't think so. He'll have great
You know,
games, but I don't think he's gonna
Damn.
be go. I don't think he's gonna go off like that. That like throw for 450 plus and 6 touchdowns. I don't think we see that.
Them days over. Damn.
I don't know, man. Cause people been talking a lot, bro. Like, I know
We
we
gotta.
complain as fans that people don't respect us, but it's been a little extra this year, bro. Like, it's been the disrespect been a little on purpose because they get clicks and we talk about it all the time. But it's a little bit of extraness to all this media stuff they doing this year. And it's a bunch of nobodies and Bart Scott, you know what I'm saying? Like nobodies, but they just being a little disrespectful. It's just a little extra this year, bro. It's just something a little funny about it. I think he's very, very motivated to blow everybody out the water. Like, for real.
I think he might be motivated, but I just don't think we got the guns to go to war like that no more. I just don't think that's our type of offense. He's still gonna be Mahomes, but that with the Rams, you got Tyreek out there. You got big play guys out there that can get you 150 yards. We got to see if this core can do that type of stuff.
Man, what bullets did he have against the Rams though? He had Tyreek, Kelsey. Who else? Damian Williams was playing at that time, right?
Yeah, was Sammy out there? Did Sammy
Was
play that
Sammy?
game?
No, that was before Sammy.
Oh, okay.
Sammy wasn't there, was he?
I thought he played and then he got hurt. I think he played and he got hurt in that game, if I'm not mistaken.
No, because Chris Conley was here.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
Could be right.
Chris Conley was here and D-Rob.
Yep, Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, we had Kareem Hunt.
Kareem,
Sammy
yeah, he
Watkins
did
was
have
here.
Kareem Hunt.
Sammy did play. He didn't finish though. But
Yeah.
Tyreek had 215 yards, man. Like, we ain't got that type of guy no more. That ain't it.
I know, but the way we got more depth with it, like it's more guys that are capable of getting that 215 instead of just that one guy. Is
Yeah,
it because if you shut down Tyreek, I'm not worried about Donnie Avery.
But look, 200
I'll
yards
let him
from
try to beat
Tyreek.
me.
Do we got two people that's gonna get 100 yards in the game?
I mean, we still can.
Not
I think
Kelsey.
no.
Hey.
You talking about besides Kelsey?
Yes.
Well, at
Hey,
this
he
point,
dragged Sammy Watkins to 198 versus the Jags in the season opener too. So, I mean, if he having a day, he having a day.
Let's not act like Sammy Watkins wasn't. I mean, Sammy Watkins was pretty good.
No, Sammy was he just disappeared 4 weeks after that. I love Sammy. You know, I love Sammy. I was sticking up for Sammy when it wasn't cool. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, I don't know. We'll see. I think they got more. It might not be as impactful the weapon, but I think we got more bullets.
But it's harder to
So
get
I might be
400
shooting you with a
like
25. I'm not shooting you with a Desert Eagle, but this little 22 gonna hit you though. Hey, I hit you a lot with this little 22. You gonna fall eventually. You feel you know what I'm saying? Like that Desert Eagle gonna blow your leg off, and I'm cool, but you gonna take a lot of these 25 bullets because I'm scared. But I mean, I think it's more even out, bro. So we'll see. It's gonna be interesting to see.
yeah. But yeah,
Hey,
that's a good
what is wrong
analogy.
with Caleb these days, bro? Why you talking about Travis being gone, bro? Nobody want to think about that right now, bro. Chill.
But country, you made a good analogy though with the 22. So
Oh, that 22 will kill you too, bro. Don't get it twisted.
right. But before we wrap this show up and give out our predictions with the score and our MVPs on both sides of the ball, we like to give a shout out to our sponsor here, Homage. If you guys been under a rock, us and Homage are partnered. So right now they still doing a you get $20, they get $20 off or deal. So when you refer a friend. So that's what they got going on. And check out that new drop with the NFL Blitz shirt that just dropped with Patrick Mahomes on there. So yeah, go cop that. Go check that out. And of course, they got other Chiefs gear too, shirts and hoodies and starter jackets and whatnot. So pay homage.
Pay homage. I was on the homage.com, bro. They got some WWE shirts I gotta have, bro. You know that.
Yeah, you a big nerd when it comes to the WWE. And WWE, I mean, I like it too, but you know, you much heavier in the WWE than I am these days. So,
hey man, I was gonna say we the CM Punk of the podcast, but not the way he acted last week. All the wrestling fans know what I'm talking about. We Roman Reigns though, so whatever. Acknowledge us. I gotta go. I ain't gonna do no scores. I'm gonna just start my I don't do no scores. I think we win comfortably, and comfortably is double digit. So I'll go a win, double digits, go to Arizona, handle business, no injuries, come home, get ready for the Chargers.
all right, Bug, it's on you, man. What you got for the game?
I'm gonna go 24-14 on offense. I think, like I said, Juju. I think he go ball out this game. We gonna finally get to see him go to work. And I think on defense, Chris Jones, man. Chris Jones probably have a big game going against Hudson. You know, they got some history, man. Old teammates. Hudson a little banged up. Chris Jones feeling good. We got a lot of weapons on that D line. This be his week to have one of them games, man. Against the run in with some pass rush.
All right.
Oh, I forgot to get my MVPs. I'm sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
Offense 17. And since Kylie ain't here, I got Justin Reed having a day on Sunday. How about that?
I like it. So, this is what I got for the people, man. I think we're gonna in the fourth quarter, we're gonna have this game wrapped up. It's gonna be 31-20 with like a few minutes left, right? And all of a sudden, like near the end of the game, the Arizona Cardinals, they get a garbage touchdown late. They backdoor us. So we still gonna win the game, but we're not gonna cover the spread. So I got 31-27 Chiefs. And from a betting perspective, I got the game going over that 53.5. So I think that overdoes it. I know Boogie's shaking his head.
I don't like that one, bro. That's gonna lead to more
man.
questions than anything. That's gonna lead to more.
Listen,
that overreaction Monday gonna be horrible if we win like that.
Listen, dog. Like the defense, I think we're gonna go through some growing pains. We're gonna have some good moments, and then we're gonna have some moments where there might be a blown coverage here and there. You know what I mean? And since you mentioned Justin Reed, the big question I have with Justin Reed is he gonna bring that same type of leadership or that same type of communication in the secondary that Tyron brought? Because the free safety is the quarterback of the secondary. The free safety is the guy that makes sure everybody in the secondary is lined up in the proper position. You know what I mean? Making sure guys shade to one side, making sure guys are shadowing a receiver, all that. So, but anyway, nah, man. Caleb, I'm just saying, bro. Look, I'm just saying, man. I know how these games go with Romo and Nance, dog, in a broadcast. But anyway,
we better cover that spread. I don't care about none of that you was talking about, but that spread, Chuck. Don't you
Right.
do that. You good enough, Chuck? You better start talking about that, man. You better cover that spread, or you back to bad luck, Chuck, man.
Yeah, your name is on a temporary basis, bro. We reevaluated every week.
It's literally day to day. Ain't that what he said? It's literally day to day, man.
It's day to day. Time's yours, son.
Don't you mean the time is ours? Time's ours.
I'm sorry. Shout out to Nate and Seth.
Yeah, shout out to Nathan and Seth, man. They did a good show over there. Yeah, but I agree with Bug, man. Juju, he should be the guy, but Sky Moore is going to score a touchdown again. I'm gonna say that. That's one of my bold predictions. Sky Moore will find the end zone in this game in his limited snap counts.
Punt return?
No, when he's on offense, bro. On third down, when the Chiefs go 4 or 5 wide, that's when it's gonna happen.
I'm with it.
I'm with it, but I don't think it. But okay, you know how I get down, bro. Red Friday, Kingdom Kast. We appreciate y'all for rocking with us through all this.
Man. Hold on, bro. I ain't gave out my defensive guy yet.
Oh, it took you so long to get that out. I thought you was done. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Country ended the episode on.
That's what I'm saying. Damn, I can't give out defensive guy out yet. All right, so my defensive guy is gonna be Nick Bolton. Nick Bolton's gonna ball out. He'll have close to.
That's for Nick Bolton, bro. We knew you was gonna pick Nick.
Well, damn. Well, Eric, y'all got to give out. Y'all got to give out y'all defensive players. Damn.
I'm sorry. I'm joking, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah. So yeah, I think he'll have close to 10 tackles and an interception, and he may have 2 pass deflections.
That's my sleeper pick is Willie Gay. I think Willie Gay get an interception and a sack, or a tackle for loss. I mean, you gonna catch Collie creeping, trying to get through that line and hit him.
I like the confidence, D, man. I like it. Oh, yeah, of course, Caleb. I'm going to dabble in that.
Hold on. Can we get one of those before we get off here real fast, Chuck?
What, same game parlay?
Can I get some parlays? I need to I can place.
Oh, just for the NFL in general?
Yeah, can I get some parlays for this weekend, please, sir?
Okay, well, I'm all right. I'm gonna give you a couple $100, man. I'm gonna go ahead and say I think Jacksonville and the Giants they at least cover the spread.
I took Jacksonville. Okay.
Okay, I like
Giants
Pitts,
versus who, Chuck?
the Tennessee Titans. I think that's a back and forth game, personally. I'm
Between
saying
who?
the
Tennessee and
Giant.
Jacksonville.
No, the Giants and the Titans.
What's the
Uh,
spread?
Last time I checked, it was 5.5. Tennessee's favorite.
Mm. Yeah, Tennessee like to play down sometimes, man.
That's what I was saying. I'm like, it wouldn't surprise me if Daniel Jones got some numbers in that game because
It's in New
Tennessee.
York.
Nah, it's in Tennessee. But the thing is, though, Tennessee don't have Harold Landry. Harold Landry, that was their top pass rusher. That's a huge loss.
I got some betting advice. Whoever play the Jets, bet them.
Oh well, that's the Baltimore
All
Ravens.
year.
I mean, the Baltimore Ravens, like if you're in a survivor pool, that's the number one pick of the week. So
I was about to ask a Lamar question. I know it's time to go now. Let's.
Hey, no, but didn't y'all find that surprising when they said it was all those quarterbacks with 3 touchdown passes and 1 rushing touchdown? Did y'all see those quarterbacks?
no, I missed it. I missed the graphic.
It was Brady, Breeze, and Josh Allen. I'm surprised Lamar wasn't on there.
Oh, you got jokes. All
But he
right.
don't throw for 3 touchdowns in the game, so yeah. I guess.
You got jokes. All right. All right. Anyway, but yeah, Book. The other one I'm gonna give out here is Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh that plus 6.5. I think that's too many points for Cincinnati at home in a rivalry game. Me personally.
I thought about it, but I said, Chuck, if it get ugly, if Bengals get up early, it could get ugly. So I'm like, but I'm with you. It is a rivalry game, and that's always gonna be. That could be down to the wire.
Sport boys don't like it. He ain't like that one.
Bengals should win that.
Yeah, Bengals gonna win the
They should cover
game.
that spread. They should cover that.
The Bengals gonna win the game, but I just think the
6.5?
Steelers gonna cover it. I listen. I think the Bengals they'll win that game by a field goal or 4 points, bro. That's just me.
Hey, Sporting Voice, y'all better win.
Oh yeah, you better win. You better
Y'all
win.
better win. Y'all better go undefeated this year because we're gonna talk about all of them.
Right. All right. So with that being said, country, take us out, man.
Like and subscribe. We appreciate all our subscribers, all our followers. Don't forget to share. Follow us on Twitter. The followers going up. The movement continues, bro. Not in the marathon, but a movement. Shout out to everyone that showed us love, man. Keep showing us love. We're gonna keep giving y'all the content that y'all asking for. Shout out to Kylie. We'll see you next week after the post game. We out.
Yep. And one last thing, man. The DraftKings League is now open. I'm about to open that. I'm gonna tweet it out on the Kingdom Cast page. The entry fee is not gonna cost much. I'm gonna be like the Loonies, $5. So I expect everybody to have 5 on it. So yeah.
I need that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Post that up, Chuck. Let's get that.
All right. So like and subscribe, comment, share on your social media platforms. We out of here, people.
The Kast.
Yeah.